Another Monday's upon us. I got envelopes on the bench. You know what that means. It's time for Mailbag Monday. Let's open them up and see what we got. And starting off this week, I got a fairly thick envelope here. Comes to me from Ohio. Let's open it up and see what I got. Alright, what they got in there is very protected. Got cardboard all the way around it. Slide it out. Alright. Got a little thank you card from them. Alright. Alright. And what this is the Lookout Mountain Incline Railway's upper station postcard. Not sure the date. I forgot the I want to say probably 40s, maybe earlier. Not exactly sure. You can usually date the cars or date the picture by the color of the cars. But the rounded nose on this is kind of weird. I don't remember them ever having a rounded nose on the incline, but yeah, that's kind of why I got this one. Just interesting. Yeah, nothing really particular fancy about this one, but you know, it's one of the cards I didn't have, and I thought it'd be a nice collection, or a nice addition to my collection. And up next, I got this fairly large envelope. Comes to us from Ohio, from Asset Auctions. All right. I think I got something from them before. I'm not sure. The name kind of rings a bell, but I'm not sure. Let's see what we got. Got the invoice and a couple of cards here, and a little protector. Okay. All right, so what we have here, this is the Drake Motel. This is at the base of Lookout Mountain, just outside of Chattanooga, Tennessee. This hotel is gone. We went there in the summer of 2021, and it was being torn down or fixing to be torn down. I can't remember. It's kind of on the main little side road, I guess you'd say, coming out of Chattanooga into the Lookout Mountain area. See if I can get my focus. There you go. Kind of tells you a little more about it. I got another postcard from this place that has a different view. The view is more of a, let's see, probably more in this area, kind of looking the opposite direction. So just a different view of the hotel. Interesting little point of view I had to get on that one. Now this is something you don't see a whole lot of. It's postcards of a church. But this is not just any other church. Let's see if I can get the focus on here. There we go. The Old Presbyterian Church in Rodney, Mississippi. It was built in 1829. You wouldn't think anything, it's just an ordinary church. No, this church is in Rodney. Rodney, Mississippi is a town right off the Natchez Trace Parkway. Back in the day, I guess, when was this done? This was 1829. So in the 1800s, this was a fairly thriving town. But I forgot what it was. I want to say it was boll weevils or something got a hold of the plants and crops in the area and literally just destroyed the whole area, and they couldn't get anything to grow, and basically became a ghost town. There's just a couple little things left out there, but the only main full structure out there now is this church. Now, I visited this church, late 90s, early 2000s while I was going to college up that way. And I thought it was pretty cool. You know, it's a ghost town. There's nothing out there. Just outside of the area, there's a state park, or it might be a federal park, but you can go camping, and there's a couple trails, and you know, go around the old city, and it has kind of historical markers. But yeah, here in the next, I'm hoping this spring and maybe summer, I'm gonna get back out that way and do a little hiking and camping out there, and we'll see if this is still there, and I'll bring this along, let you see what it looks like today. And the next envelope comes from Clearwater, Florida. I'm gonna be that way here in a couple of weeks on a little vacation. Not Clearwater, but in that area. All right, what we have here is the 1981, or 84, excuse me, 1984 Louisiana World Exposition, more commonly known as the World's Fair. I went to this World's Fair when I was 3. My mom and dad took me out that way. Really don't remember a whole lot about it, obviously, because I was 3. And this was, almost 40 years ago. Kind of tells you a little bit more about it there, what this scene is. And it was actually sent off, and you can tell right there, 1984. Just kind of a, not local, but, somewhat local history to me. Some of the fixtures are still there, and a lot of it's gone. But it was just a cool little thing. I actually have a old snow globe from my mom and dad got me when I was a little kid. I guess it just kind of kept me occupied on the way home, shaking it and everything. But yeah, just something that interesting that I was, I wish I was a little bit older. Maybe I can remember some of the experiences or the just the stuff that was there in general. But that was almost 40 years ago, and so can't relive the past that way, but I can relive it in postcards like this. And this next envelope comes from Dewey Beach, Delaware. I believe I bought something from this seller before too. It's kind of interesting that I bought a lot from the same people. I guess it's interesting. Just convenient. They got a good selection, good prices. I don't know. It's just every once in a while I get something from somebody different. They seem to package this one well. Okay. Here's another postcard from New Orleans area. Now this is, let's just say odd. This is the Suicide Oak in New Orleans, Louisiana, in their big city park. Why they call it the Suicide Oak? Excuse me. Basically, they've found many people there where they committed suicide at the base of the tree. I can't recall the exact story or how many it's been, but it's been significant enough that it's been dubbed the Suicide Oak. I thought maybe they were hanging themselves there, but most of the stories I read, they shot themselves or poisoned themselves there, and that's just where they want to hang out or spend their final moments of life. I've been by this tree many, many, many a times, and actually, I put a video up here and a link to a video where we rode the little train that goes around the city park, and I'll put a timestamp also in this area of when you can click on it, and you can actually see the tree. There's no significant markers or anything around it, but it's there enough, popular enough to make a postcard out of it. This postcard was never sent off. If I can get my focus to work. There we go. There we go. 16 men committed suicide under its branches. So it's just odd. Just one of the things that it was interesting to me to get a hold of. I'm not, fascinated by death, so don't get me wrong. It's just it was just interesting. Like I said, we passed by there, and I'll put that video up there, and you can kind of see when we go by on that train. But time frame probably 40s, maybe 50s with this card. I'm not exactly sure, but just kind of a piece of somewhat local history that I hope I don't ever succumb to this, but it's just kind of interesting. And this one comes from Jefferson, Georgia. Let's see what I got from the old Peach State. I think it's the Peach State. Still not a Brave State. We'll go with that. Oh, I got some tacos. I gotta love it. All right, here we go. This is the entrance to Rock City in Lookout Mountain, Georgia. Actually, Rock City is in Georgia. It is not in Tennessee. A lot of people think it's in Tennessee. It's right past the Tennessee-Georgia border. It's in Georgia. This is the newer look of it. I have a couple postcards where these two buildings aren't there, and this is actually a parking lot, and you can actually see cars in. So this is a fairly newer rendition of the entrance there. Kind of tells you more about it there. And yeah, it's just something interesting. Another rendition of the entrance that I go along with my other collection of the Rock City postcards. I don't have enough Rock City postcards. I really enjoy Rock City, so I'm trying to find some more at a decent price that are interesting to me. So this would be a good start to that collection too. And last but not least, this one comes to us from Ohio. Let's see what we got from Ohio. I don't know what Ohio State is popular for, but Buckeyes maybe? I don't know. I just got a card from it. Let's get into it here. Okay, got a little thank you note. Oh, okay. This one kind of ties into my wanting to get back, wanting to collect some older roller coaster postcards. I got some from the 30s and 40s, but this one right here is more significant probably than some of the others. This is from Cognac Lake Park in Pennsylvania. This is the Blue Streak. This park has been around, oh man, I can't even remember. I'll put it up here on the screen. It's been around for ages, okay? Been through some hard times. A little small family park. Not Six Flags big, but, you can tell right here this is the Blue Streak roller coaster. The subject matter of the postcard is actually the train. I like trains and I really like roller coasters, so it kind of fit along. But late 90s, early 2000s, they got actually Pepsi did a thing where they donated a lot of money to the park to get the roller coaster rebuilt into sections, and did pretty well. The company filed for bankruptcy here last 5-10 years. Did some restructuring, and last year or so they opened back up and were doing fairly well. They actually turned a profit last year before last, and then ended up selling it at the end of the year. A new buyer got it, and everybody thought, oh great, he's going to redo the park, he's going to invest all his money into it, and Cognac Lake Park will be back to where it was. That wasn't the case. Okay, the owner of the park, I'm not going to speak badly of him, but the owner of the park has literally destroyed the park. Within last 2 months or so, they started actually tearing down this roller coaster. A lot of people were very upset at this decision, and he's the owner of the park, but still he just destroyed a lot of people's hopes and dreams and memories by doing that. And even when they had it, started tearing it down, bulldozing it, it caught fire somehow, conveniently. Anyways, he sold off pretty much anything that's anything of value out there. So they're thinking he's going to put condominiums out there. It's a crying shame. But anyways, I digress. Just the recent happenings of this roller coaster, I've been hunting down some pictures and photographs and anything I could find of this roller coaster at a decent price. This one was probably one of the most fair value prices I paid. Kind of got a little bit of bidding war with it, but when I get in a bidding war and I have the funds, guess what? I'm going to win. So anyways, a little piece of history, the Cognac Lake Park Blue Streak, gone forever. And at least I never got to ride it, but I can at least, enjoy my postcards with it and kind of, reminisce on things of the past. All right, that concludes this week's Mailbag Monday. I got a very, very eclectic collection of postcards this week, ranging from hotels to churches, roller coasters, tourist attractions, incline railways, all kinds of stuff, even a suicide oak tree. Very interesting. But anyways, I appreciate everybody watching, and we'll see you next time.